Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been quite a bit of time since I filmed, uploaded. I just haven't been like the best YouTuber lately. It's been very busy with work and all that stuff. But I have a ton of products to talk about. Last Deck of Panning update, there was a little bit of madness going on where I ended up picking out so many more products than I wanted to because of the sheer luck of the cards that I picked. The prompts were like tripling the amount. So a lot of products to get to. Yeah, it's been crazy, and it's the holidays and we're getting even crazier. So anyway, we're gonna start with the Tartelette in Bloom palette. My goal was to hit 10 uses on this, and I did hit my goal. So I think I was up to like 5 uses the last update. Used it another 5 times. Super easy to do. It's a beautiful neutral palette. One of my favorites, go-tos. Like if my collection was to suddenly disappear or burn to a crisp, I would repurchase this in a heartbeat because it is like it has everything in it that you could possibly need. Yeah, still love it. Hit my goal on it. Rolling it out. I think I used that more than 10 times because we had family pictures and everything, and it was like a great palette for that, and it's one of my favorites. And sorry, the prompt for this was spring. So Tartelette in Bloom, spring, yeah, you get it. All right, the next was the Glossier Storm blush. This was for, I think, OG YouTube favorite. My goal was to use this 15 times, right? Yeah, 15 times. And I had to use it 5 more times. I'm getting sick or something. I had to use it 5 more times, and I did use it 5 more times, hitting my goal of 15, so I can roll this out as well. Still really love this blush. It's one of my favorites in my collection, but 15 times was enough for me in that period of time, so I'm ready to like move on to other blushes in my collection. Next, we have the Shop Miss A foundation. I think this is in the shade Buff. The prompt for this was the I think cheapest or least amount of money in your collection. The goal was to use this 10 times, and I used it up to 8 times the last update, and I only had to use it 2 more times, which I did do, and I'm still using it because I want to finish it up before I move on to the Wet n Wild tinted moisturizer that I have. So I did it. It was great, and I'm still using it. I don't know if I love the dropper, but the formula is pretty good. I'm wearing it today. This is what it looks like with just like a little bit of it on. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. Natural coverage, so we can roll that one out. I guess I had pick your space or whatever, so I think I picked nail polish, and it was the OPI nail polish that I went with to use 4 times. This is the shade Over the Taupe. I had used it 2 times last update, and I had to use it 2 more times, which I did do. So I hit my goal on this and can roll it out. And I was curious like how much polish would be used in 4 times. So it was here when I pulled it in, and then after 4 times I got down to this bottom line right here. So it did come down a significant amount for 4 times. I usually do like 2 coats per wear. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm glad I got more use out of this because that's 4 times for a nail polish for me is a lot because I do like to rotate. But lately I find I've been using the same nail polish like back to back a little bit more, so that's kind of interesting. Like this nail polish that I have on right now is by OPI as well, and I use this back to back, so I'm starting to do that a little bit more with my nail polishes. So that's kind of telling me that I have some favorites that I prefer. That might help me declutter my collection a little bit easier. I'm just noticing that. So rolling that one out. And the next one for oldest product, I had Ulta, the shade Truffle, and this certainly is super old. I don't remember when I got this, but definitely before I got married, which was like 10 years ago. So this is super old, yeah. I use my old makeup. I was supposed to use this 10 times. Last update, I used it 3 times. I had to use it 7 more times, which I did. That was not a problem. Sorry for my kids yelling in the background. Like, that's the best you're gonna get from me lately, just kids screaming in the background. The last update, I was saying that, like, I wasn't sure. I didn't really want to reach for it that much, but I felt like I didn't have to kind of force myself too much this last month. I was able to kind of happily reach for it, and it was easy to use. So I don't know if it's my makeup or it's just like the weather changing or being stressed out. I don't even know anymore. It's hard to tell. But my skin has been a little funny lately. Like I've been getting like some itchiness down here, but like my eyelid has also been kind of itching a little bit. I'm not sure if that's my eyeshadow primer or like shadows. So I'm noticing a little bit of some reaction to something, but it's starting to go away a little bit. So it's getting me like a little bit weary about my older makeup, but again, I also don't know if that's what's causing it. So something to keep an eye out on. I don't love that, but the times I did wear the shadow, I think it was fine. Keeping an eye out on that though, because that thing is definitely older, and if it's gonna like be the culprit for all that crap, I don't want to deal with that or mess with that. So we'll keep it for now. Guys, we got brownie points, and I don't remember. I don't think I had an exact prompt for that. I think I misunderstood a direction and thought I could pick something or anything. Anyway, I ended up picking this, and I think the prompt said like generate a number or whatever and like multiply it by 10. So I picked 1, and I have to use Ulta Truffle 10 times. Last update, I used this 5 times, and I used it 4 more times since the last update. So I have 1 more use left, and then I can roll this out. 1 more. I'm wearing this on my crease today. It is a little bit dark, so I don't want to like slap it all over my lid like most days because I'm not trying to be super smoky eye most of the time. But it is still working pretty well, and it is pretty. I do enjoy wearing it in my crease usually. That's how I've been doing it. Still like it. 1 more use left, and then I can roll it out. And then we have the ones I just rolled in the last update in that like frenzy of drawing cards. For my newest product, I ended up picking the e.l.f. liquid liner, and my goal with this is to use it 5 times, and I used it 4 times out of the 5. So I have 1 more use left to go on this, and we can roll it out. Really like this a lot. I will say this is much better than the Flower Beauty liquid liner that I had. It actually performs really well. It comes out pretty evenly. So I've been really enjoying this. So very happy that I ended up purchasing this, and we'll probably declutter the flower one. But yeah, 1 more use left on this. Very easy to do. Then we have body care, which I have no excessive body care that I'm trying to get through. All my body care I'm pretty much using regularly. So the next best thing I could think of was toothpaste, which I have tons of these little samples, and my goal was to finish these Sensodyne samples. And I did it, so woohoo, we can kick these out. That's not that interesting, but yeah, just happy I used them up because I'm getting probably a bunch more of those because I have a dentist appointment coming up like in 2 days. So use those up. So body care, we're good. Rolling those out. I know it's so silly. It's not makeup or anything, but you know what? Like, if you have stuff to use up, use it up. For the pick your space prompt, I ended up going with a blush because I was eager to bring in some blushes, and I ended up going with the Benefit Dallas blush, which I had pulled in to Deck of Panning like a little bit earlier in the year. And my goal was to use this 5 times just to kind of test drive it again. I feel like I kind of forgot what this looked like on me. I don't know why I forgot, but I did. Just wanted to kind of make sure I still liked it. So used it 5 times. In fact, I think I used it like 6 or 7 times. So that's cool. Used it more than my goal. So that's a good sign. So yeah, we're still chill with Dallas. We're good. So for out of control category, I went with good old fashioned eyeshadow and I picked the Smashbox Trio in Sepia. My voice is starting to go. My goal was to use this trio 5 times, like reach for it 5 times. And it didn't really matter like how many times I used each one, as long as I hit 5 times in general, so, or use it 5 different days. I tried to focus more on the purpley brown more so than just the white, because white's kind of just like not that interesting. I used this 5 times and enjoy it. It's still a quality eyeshadow. It still goes on really well, serves its purpose, and it's like cute and tiny. I didn't realize like this was supposed to like emulate like a camera lens. That makes sense. Smashbox, I know that's like kind of their thing, so when I found that out, I thought that was pretty cool because it really does look like a camera lens. Who knew? Maybe you guys did. I didn't know that, but yeah, I thought that's cute and clever. Heard it from somewhere. Okay, let's keep going before my voice completely gets lost. For representing another project pan, I went with the Cargo blush. I wanted to represent the Graveyard project pan, so I went with this Cargo blush. It's like broken packaging, but this is so old, and this was in my very first project pan ever. I think this was in a project in 2020. And I wanted to get 15 more uses on this because it is so old. Like Cargo isn't even like a brand anymore. And it's one of my favorite blushes. This has no name at all. It's like a blush highlighter, but it's like a really pretty like ballet pink. And it's so flattering. I think I used this like 7 times out of the 15. I still have a bit more to go. I have 8 more uses on this and we can roll it out. And that should be achievable between now and the next update, which I guess is the finale. So wow. So I guess one of my prompts was matte product, and I ended up going with this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi. Goal was 10 times. I used it already 9 times since the last update. It's just like a neutral lip color. It's not hard to use at all. This is one of my older lip products and it's one of my favorites. And this is pretty much a lip neutralizing color. Evens out my lips without looking like concealer lips. You know what I mean? So it has been really easy to use. And I do want to finish this pretty soon because yeah, it is pretty old. One more use left on this and then we can kick it out, which again, very easy to do between now and next update. Picked a fragrance prompt. I ended up going with this Juicy Couture perfume to use only 5 times because I have another perfume that I'm actually trying to finish. Two perfumes I'm trying to finish. My goal was to use this 5 times and I hit that goal already, so that wasn't super hard to do. And I'm really happy I got to use it 5 times because like most perfumes, I am trying to get usage out of them, figure out what's going on, like do I still like these fragrances, maybe try to use some up. So it was good to get some like variety in there, and I can roll this out of the project. It's a really, really nice scent. Stronger kind of scent, but it's still very feminine at the same time. Definitely a good one, but I don't know if it's one I would like repurchase these days. I'm not really sure how I feel about most fragrances right now. Like I don't know, but it's a good one and I'm willing to like continue using it for a little bit longer. I forget the prompt for these. Maybe it was like newest or something, or not yet opened or something like that. But I went with these 2 like Ilia sample mascaras. The white packaging one is the Limitless Lash Mascara. That's the one with the more plastic wand. This one's like a little bit more like lash defining. And this one, the pink one, is the Fullest Volumizing Mascara. This one has the more natural bristles. Each one I wanted to use 5 times. So that wasn't hard to do because I only have like these mascaras and one other one and can roll these out. And I do like both of them a lot. At first I thought I liked the white one more than the pinkier one, but I feel like I'm really liking both of them right now. So I'm enjoying them. The formula seems really, really good, but I don't know if that's just because they're newer. But they're very moisturizing formulas. Like I don't feel like they're like dry. They don't make my lashes brittle or anything. So I've been really enjoying these. So I don't know if I would get the full size of them, but they're nice enough to use and I do like the samples. Yes. So being that it's the last month of this project and we're already going to be at the finale, I don't want to pick a ton of prompts, and I said that last time, but honestly, like, I don't want to pull in any more than, like, 3 products, because, yeah, thinking about being practical here, like, we only have a month left. So, if I get, like, a crazy prompt that's, like, draw 2 more cards, or whatever, I'm just gonna, like, once I hit 3 products, that's it. I'm not gonna do that to myself the last month. First card is 10 of Spades. 10 of Spades is a concealer. Okay, then we have 8 of Spades. I just pulled from the top, and that is Something Baked. So far, it's playing nice with me. All right, and then we have the Jack of Diamonds, and Jack of Diamonds is a whole collection roulette. Randomized product within your entire collection. So that's interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna go and pick all those out, and I'm just happy that I didn't get any no crazy prompts this time around. We're good. Yay, we're closing out on a not insane note. So yeah, I will be back with my picks. For a concealer, I got the NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum. And this I never even opened yet. So I definitely want to crack this open and start using it. Now I have 2 other concealers that I'm using right now that are like almost sort of finishing up. So this feels like a gimme, but I'm excited to use it and start, you know, playing around with it. I feel like this got a little bit of traction on like TikTok and stuff, or maybe even YouTube. I don't know, but I feel like people were talking about this. So I'm really excited to try it out and see how it performs. And for goals on this, I'm gonna set it for 5 times. I know I'm gonna use it more than that probably, especially if I run out of the other 2. I definitely will. But for sake of this project and, you know, hitting goals because it is 1 month left, I'm gonna just go with 5 times on this. So I'm excited to try this out, and now I'm more motivated to crack it open, even though I'm not necessarily finished the other 2 yet. So there you go. And for baked product, I don't have too many like baked eyeshadows. I think I might have 1, but I decided to go with this Milani baked blush in this discontinued shade called Red Vino. Yeah, so it doesn't really go on like super red. It's kind of like a little bit more pink, but I definitely think it does pull a little bit more red than most blushes that I have. So Red Vino is an appropriate name. It's not like a blush that I really pull out to use like on an everyday basis. like more holiday for me. So this is actually a great time to use this because obviously we're in the midst of like the holidays and everything. So I'm excited to play around with this more because I don't really use this too often. I pull it out like once a year and then put it away and never use it again. So I'm gonna, same with the concealer, use this 5 times because I have so many blushes right now in rotation. So I think 5 will be perfect for this. The whole collection roulette. I have all my products written on just like on paper. I don't have them on like a spreadsheet or anything. I counted about up to 150 here. I didn't bother going past 150 because the other categories, yeah, like are stuff that I don't have a lot of at all and use them constantly. So I stopped at 150. We're gonna do my random number generator, 119. So 119 is going to be a blush. It would be a blush after I just said I don't want to be pulling in tons of blush. Okay. So that would be MAC Hot Planet. Let me go grab that. Okay. Would it be a deck of panning update if there wasn't something hilarious? So I think this is funny because I have this and this is the other blush, which is, I don't know if you would consider this baked, but it does look quite similar. But this is one of their mineralized blushes and definitely very similar formula. And let's see how this swatches compared to Red Vino. I'm super curious. This is probably a little bit like more orangey or warmer than this. But yeah, they're pretty close. You know what? I think that was meant to be because then it helps me compare the two and like, who knows, maybe I'll end up decluttering one of these if I find that they're too similar or something. I love Hot Planet. I like that the shade just like warms up the complexion, and this is not something though that I pull out around this time of the year. Even though these are very similar, I don't know. This is more festive. This is more still festive, but warmer months. I guess I'll shoot for 5, even though I do have all these other blushes I'm using right now. I will shoot for 5 with this as well. Okay, and you know what? At least I'm getting more use out of this blush, making me break out of my routine with using this just in the summer, so I can appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching. This was started by Emily and Max, so definitely go and check out her videos and her intro, which I'll link down below. Check out my Deck of Panning playlist. You know, don't miss the finale, which is coming up very, very soon, like less than a month now as I film this. It's been fun. That was a lot of products. I will catch you in the next video, guys. Bye!